What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video today, and in this video I have another exciting Retro FSD video. Today we are going to be doing a Summer of 1996 update, as exciting developments continue within the project. So, let's check it out. Beginning with updates dated pre-1998, info from the airport website's archive will no longer be available. Instead, timetables will be heavily relied upon, as well as the usage of departedflights.com, which I highly recommend using as a starter resource for your Retro Airport project's research. From what I've been able to gather, here are all the services out of FSD from 1996. Northwest and Northwest Airlink operated by Mesaba to Minneapolis, TWA to St. Louis, United Airlines to Chicago and Denver, and United Express operated by Great Lakes Airlines to Minneapolis, Rapid City, South Dakota, and Spencer, Iowa. Great Lakes had a code-share agreement with United, and also operated as a feeder carrier for United Express using the Beechcraft 1900. By number of destinations served, they were the largest in Sioux Falls. Just the year prior, US Air Express, operated by Air Midwest, was servicing FSD from Kansas City using the Beech 1900 as well. I'll talk more about this in my 1994 Retro FSD update. Welcome to the Sioux Falls Regional Airport. Today is June 15th, 1996. We have quite a bit of ground to cover, so let's see what's on the ground. At Gate 3 is this TWA DC-930 Twin Stripes. While the airline's final livery was introduced in 1995, this livery could be still seen on many planes in the fleet. As a matter of fact, some TWA aircraft would not wear the final livery before the airline's demise in 2001. Nevertheless, St. Louis service is 3 times daily as always, operating on these 9s. This aircraft arrived in on the second service of the day at 3:41 p.m. local time as Flight 247. At Gate 4 is this Northwest DC-930 bowling shoe. 6 flights to Minneapolis were being operated daily by Northwest. 2 on air length, which were the likes of the Dash 8-100 and Saab 340. On another note, with a lack of information found for Airlink services, I have omitted the Airlink service from this update. Back to mainline, DC-930s were seen up to 7 times daily in 1996, making them extremely common in the area. This Northwest 9 will be departing as Flight 1718 at 6:20 p.m. local time. At Gate 6 is this United 737-200 Solbass. Aircraft services were mixed for United between the 737-200 and 300 for much of the 1990s, as the 727s were swapped out of the schedule into Sioux Falls. Chicago flights typically were on the 732, and Denver was usually on the 733. The Chicago-bound 732 will be departing at 8:55 a.m. local time as Flight 1128. Once the 732 clears out, this 737-300 will be taking Gate 6. As mentioned, the 733 were found on Denver services, but I would imagine from time to time, swaps would take place between the 2 types depending on availability. For the sake of consistency, I've kept both aircraft to their respective services, based on the timetables. This 737-300 arrived from Denver at 8:42 p.m. local time. Lastly, at Gate 7 is this lovely Shapeways Beechcraft 1900D, operating as a Great Lakes Airlines United Express aircraft. Twice daily services to the small town of Spencer, Iowa were offered, and this will be departing at 11:40 a.m. local time as Flight 5801. This flight would cut down a nearly 2-hour drive down to just a 25-minute flight. I hope you enjoyed this 1996 Retro FSD update. With the TWA DC-930 Twin Stripes joining my collection as of a few months ago, Retro FSD will continue to progress further into the 90s. My goal is to do a circa 1994-1995 update, a 1997 update, and possibly an early 1990s update. The only year as of right now which I am not able to do in the 1990s is 1992, as I lack an American Airlines Fokker 100. American Airlines served Sioux Falls from Chicago O'Hare this year and into early and mid-1993, utilizing this type. For the time being, this will be the only year skipped out on the project out of the 90s decade, until I can find it. Also, if you have additional content ideas for Retro FSD, feel free to leave a comment, as I am willing to expand on content for this project outside of the traditional airport updates. With that being said, that is the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.